mahirap natin. So, dito sa Mindanao, we have a serious problem. We have a rebellion to France. We are now talking to them. And per our agreement dito sa Davao, sabi ko sa MIMN, magkaisa na lang kayo, then we will try to sort out if we can have a republic that is federal type or whatever arrangement that would address the historical injustice committed against the Moro people. You know why? In 1521, when Magellan landed in Leyte, bringing with him Christianity, Mindanao was already Islam dito, ahead by almost 100 years. Ipinilit lang kasi ng Amerikano pati Espanyol itong Mindanao eh. Mindanao belongs to a different sultanate noon. Iba yung sultan nila dito at iba yung sa Bisaya dito. And they say Lapu-Lapu was a Muslim. I think so. Kasi sila ang nauna. But they were overwhelmed. Why? Wala man silang, ang mga natibo dito na walang kanyon. Walang muskets. Those were the rifles of the times. Wala silang gunpowder. And with the might of arms, everybody succumbed. Kaya tayo ganito. Well, most of the Visayas embraced Christianity, but religion is not the issue here. Ngayon, ganito yan. Pag sa trabaho kayo, either the military or the police, just stick to the rules at sabihin mo lang sa akin ang totoo. Kung ano ang nangyari. Do not lie to me. Bahala na ako. If there is an order for you to hunt the drug people and they are killed, I'm sure they will be. You just tell me the truth. Ako na, turo mo na lang. Si Duterte, si Mayor. Siya man ang utos. Ako na ang bahala. Then I will face everybody. Congress, constitutional body, the ombudsman, or whatever. The human rights. Pagka sa trabaho, akin yan. Hindi sa inyo yan. Do not worry. Akin yan. Sabihin mo lang sa akin ang totoo. That is the thing that I would demand from you. Huwag ninyo akong bulahin. Then again, yung salary ninyo by the end of the year, kayo lang ang inuna ko. Police, pati military, dublado. Pamakpak po mo diyan. Oh, why are you not clapping your hands there? Oh, dublado na nga yan. At ganito yan, ha? Wala tayo masyadong pera. Mahirap ang Pilipinas. That's why you have to make this country peaceful. But I will encourage the mayors to help you. Ngayon, may mga mayor dito sa Pilipinas who were elected because of drug money. Ngayon, kung ikaw ang suspesoso ako sa iyo, mayor, I will not assign to you a police of your choice. I will ask Polcom and maybe Congress to amend that law. Gobyerno sa taas, the national government would place it. Alam mo bakit? Ang laro ngayon, maraming mayor, about 30-32, na nandyan sa droga, sila mismo ang naglaro at nanalo. They won the mayorship of their respective towns and cities because of drug money. I will not give them that luxury. Lagyan ko ng chief of police, and this is my order to you. If that idiot mayor resist arrest and fight it out with you, kill him. Huwag ka magpata. Basta yung mga mayor na nasa listahan na drug money. Ilagay kita dyan, wala kang gawin, maghanap ka ng paraan, mahuli mo yung yawa na yun. Huwag mo akong, well, let's stop, na magbulahad tayo dito, magdrama-drama pa. Ayan, diretsahan tayo. Your job is to guard him. Kung dito sa Pilipinas, I will give the leaders, the Tiamson spouses, a free conduct pass outside to allow them to take part in the talks. But there will be no mass release of the NPA.
Yan po ang bahagi ng talumpati ni President-elect Rodrigo Duterte sa turnover ceremony ng Davao City Police Office. Dito muli niya iginiit na kailangang maibalik ang death penalty. Anya, ito ay upang masawata ang mga karumal-dumal na krimen sa bansa tulad ng rape at illegal na droga. Susuportahan daw niya ang mga law enforcement agency upang magawa ang kanilang trabaho at masugpo ang kriminalidad. Samantala, balikan natin ang talumpati ni President-elect Rodrigo Duterte.
Do not ever commit the mistake of playing drugs while being a policeman. Mauuna talaga kayo. Believe me. Mabiyuda lang na imong asawa na huwag kang maglaro talaga ng droga kasi nakaka-insulto yan sa gobyerno. Para yung sampal, kagaya na itong bilibid na to. How can we proudly say that we are an independent nation, there are laws functioning our governance, when as a matter of fact, the inmates, the high-profile, high-value personalities in there are playing the shabu in this country. I will not accept that. Let me warn you, I will not accept that. In this fight, I put at stake my life, my honor, and the presidency itself. Tandaan ninyo yan. Huwag kayong magkamali niyan. Talagang one of us will be sorry, and it will be you. Again, for the others, ito naman limitado ang ano ko. You will, kung sakali lang may problema kayo, sabi ko lang ang tempera. First, I will ask the city mayors to be more liberal sa police. Just like what I did here in Davao. You have so many police cars. Gobyerno, your communication sa gobyerno. May allowances kayo. May kunti lang, pero that's kasi national. Had it been local kayo, then kasali kayo sa mga goodies. But I will try to correct it. Now, I will put up a fund somewhere. Na kung yung mga operasyon, panganak, namatayan kayo, God forbid, you just go direct to your CD, and your CD will bring it up to me directly or to the regional commander. Ako na, wag na kayong maghingi ng ano. Ako na, kung may padala ako ang magpadala. For all of the police force. Yung mga kompromiso. Ngayon, kung nakapabuntis ka tapos ng anak, pangalawang asawa mo ay yawa. Pareho na taanin duha. Wag na kayo maghingi dyan sa mga negosyante. Diretso ka na, sir, inform kay Presidente. Or I will ask somebody from this community na may pera, tulungan ninyo. Basta hindi para sa akin, wala akong problema maghingi. I really do not mind. So yun lang ang ano ko sa iyo. Huwag kayo matakot magtrabaho. Huwag kayong takot mamatay. Do not die. You die first, kawawa ka. Ang unahin mong patayin yung kalaban mong kriminal. Pupuntahan pa kita dito, bigyan kita medalya kasing laki ng plato. Huwag kayong matakot sa trabaho niyo. Just do your duty. Lahat tayo, do not nurture loyalty to me. I don't need it. I do not need adulation. All that I ask of you is do your duty according to the law, yung patayan according to the revised penal code. Only if your life is in danger, how you interpret it. Kayong mga, you graduated 2 years basic. PNPA, 4 years. When I say reward, dead or alive, you know what that means? Binalik-balik ko yung lecture, nilang ninyo ako inabot. Or shoot to kill. I mean to say, patayin mo pagka lumaban. Kasi pag hindi, ikaw ang papatayin. It's never thought in the criminal books na yung tao nakatali yung kamay, nakaluhod na barilin mo. Hindi tinuro sa inyo yan. Pero kung gawain mo, huwag mo lang akong palamin, pati yung human rights. Kasi sigurado. Do your duty, nurture the love of country, and remain loyal to this flag, the Constitution of the Republic of the Philippines. Maraming salamat po.
Thank you for the warm and inspiring words, President-elect Rodrigo R. Duterte.
At yan po ang talumpati ni President-elect Rodrigo Duterte sa turnover ceremony ng Davao City Police Office. Binalaan ng susunod na Pangulo ang mga polis na sangkot sa kalakalan ng ilegal na droga at sinabihan naman lahat ng polis na gawin ang kanilang tungkulin ng naaayon sa batas.
Kapatid kong Moro, alam mo, ayaw kong makipag-away with anybody. But there will be a time, ayaw ko lang sabihin kung ano, that I will have to confront Abu Sayyaf. It is not yet forthcoming, alam ko, pero yung kidnapping nila must stop. It has given us a very bad image. Tikas pahinga, please. And if you are magkadugo-dugo man tayo dito, di sabihin mo sa kanila, yung hindi pa pumasok doon, huwag ka na yung pumasok because there will be a reckoning of what really happened. Ayaw ko makipag-away, sabi ko, pero kindly, kung wala pa kayo, total, can always give you something. I will pour money muna sa social aspect ng ating mga maestra. And if I can accommodate all of you, all the Moro people, walang problema sa akin. But avoid being a member of that Abu Sayyaf because there will be, I said, a reckoning one of these days. I was, we were able to negotiate. But apparently yung lalaki, yung kidnap na Italian sa Abu Sayyaf, Norwegian, hindi pa raw naka-cross because of the rough seas, I was told. I don't know if this is true, but we were able to negotiate for the release of Marites Flor, yung babae, the 38-year-old Filipina kidnap victim. Ano sa ako mga tulos?
Kaninang daw.
Ang kauban niya. I-release daw nila.
Wala po kay balo sa ganina na nakurat na lang kung magipukaw ko nila na gising-gising ihatid kita.
And also instrumental in the release here is Secretary Jesus Doresa sa ating Peace Process Panel. Ay, si Gobernador Sakurtan, ang nitabang sa ato. Well, ang Norwegian ambassador kay abigod nilag madala na, pero siguro hopefully maluoyng Allah basig ma-release na karong any short time. I hope. So niya nga rin matubang ko din lang po magdugay because the Norwegian ambassador is there. He wants to talk to me and to the rest. Daghang salamat, ha.
May recap ba? Ano? At yan po, naging talumpati ni President-elect Rodrigo Duterte. Kanya rin hong ipinesenta si Marites Flor ang pinilayang bihag ng mga Abu Sayyaf. At ito day resulta ng kanilang pakikipagnegosasyon at umaasa rin si President-elect Duterte na marirelease o mapapalaya na rin ang natitira pang bihag na Norwegian mula sa kamay ng mga Abu Sayyaf. Muli sa kanyang talumpati ay binalaan niya ang mga pulis laban sa pagkakasangkot sa illegal na droga at hihilingin din daw niya sa mga mayor na bigyang suporta ang pangangailangan ng kapulisan para maisagawa nila ang kanilang trabaho. Tungkol naman sa pinansyal na pangangailangan, maging personal na pangangailangan ng ating mga pulis, ay gagawan din daw niya ito ng paraan at muli niyang inulit na kung may pangangailangan ay sa kanya daw dumiretso ang mga kapulisan at huwag na huwag daw matatakot na gawin ang kanilang trabaho.